everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel for what I have discovered as my favourite film of this year so far. Being a fantasy of Elton John's life and intertwining a culmination of his classic hits into a musical, this is Kia's Reviews, and this is my review of the groundbreaking musical fantasy film, Rocketman.
My piano teacher thinks I'm good enough for a scholarship at the Royal Academy of Music.
The Royal Academy of Music?
Has a nice ring to it.
Royal.
My name is Elton John, and I'm an alcoholic, and a cocaine addict, and a sex addict, and have trouble with anger management. That is one of the first lines of Rocketman, and it set the scene for what was to come in this spectacular representation of Elton John's life through his encounters with severe problems of alcohol, prescription and illegal drugs, as well as his private life with his struggles against being an openly gay man and how the people around him perceived him. The sex, drugs and alcohol were very graphically dealt with, and that's what made Rocketman unique to any other film tackling the life of a music icon.
Get in the studio, make some music or don't. I don't care.
Well, you will when your money runs out.
I'll still be collecting my 20% long after you've killed yourself.
Rocketman is not an easy film to pick to be better than last year's musical biopic in Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian Rhapsody was a big major studio wake-up call to the homosexual community, and to see that on the big screen was a big step up for audiences last year. However, Rocketman stepped up further than Bohemian Rhapsody, being the first ever major studio film to have a gay sex scene in it. Given the whole film was a very out there journey, that particular scene was needed in order to fully get the whole feel of how Rocketman would be and what kind of life Elton John led.
I read it and I could hear the whole tune in my head. It was all there, I could see all the notes, and I just had to get it out. It's like my fingers couldn't work fast enough to keep up with my brain. Do you ever get anything like that?
Not really, no.
The biggest leading factor of Rocketman was Taron Egerton. Where did this performance come from? Sure, he was quite amazing in the Kingsman franchise, but never did I think he held a performance like this. He tackled everything that needed to be done, from the small facial movements during some quite emotional sections of the film to the big campy bits of Elton John's performances. Because Rami Malek won Best Actor for Bohemian Rhapsody, which was well deserved, Taron Egerton earns a Best Actor Oscar for this film. Taron Egerton made this film so much better than it could have been, making the film realistic and quite worrying at times.
I know it all seems a bit overwhelming at first, but something makes me think you'll get used to it. In fact, I predict you could be the best-selling artist in America if you desire.
So you like the song, then?
Not quite as much as the singer.
The final section of Rocketman detailed what the opening scene of the movie foreshadowed, which was Elton's severe overdoses on drugs, his attempted suicide, and his ridiculous amounts of drinking. To say that that scene was distressing is exactly what happened, and Bohemian Rhapsody shied away from detailing that side of Freddie Mercury. But Rocketman nailed all of that side of Elton John's life, with a good sense of realism and emotion. Rocketman was an astounding documentation of a fantasy viewing of Elton John's severely upsettingly emotional life, bringing his struggles of being a severe alcoholic, a heavy drug addict, and anger management, as well as bringing his toe-tappingly awesome music to the big screen. There was no way that this film could have been any better, being held up by the strong story and Taron Egerton's Oscar-worthy performance. No film based on a music icon will ever be as good as Rocketman. 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Are you looking forward to seeing Rocketman? Let me know below. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to see even more, check out my channel and be sure to have a look at my previous reviews of Aladdin and John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. As always, be sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and to read more reviews you don't see here, follow my Instagram account at Kia's Reviews. This has been Kia's Reviews, signing off for now.